Hi everyone, Ashley Kelso here, co-founder of Hivelight. I wanted to do this quick video for you as we're at the beginning of the year to show you how Hivelight can really make this a big year for your law practice. This is the system that's going to give you what you need to really run your firm and work as a team in a scalable way. So the best way I find to take people through this is to start with the fact that Hivelight's quite structured. So we have workspaces, and within workspaces there are matters, and within matters there are milestones, and within milestones you have your tasks for doing the work. And amongst that you have all the team members that you have invited to your workspace to work with you on those cases. And each matter has a team of various members allocated to it. So that's what drives a lot of this. So you'll see here, as you can see here, this is the dashboard. And so I'm logged in as one of the users in this sort of test workspace here. And you can see a bit of a rundown. So this is what this user has to keep an eye on. These are various tasks, and it's all sorted so that you can automatically keep on top of it all. You're not having to manually maintain a to-do list. It's right here in front of you, and it's letting you know what you need to prioritize first. And above this too would otherwise appear some priority tasks. If any tasks have been marked as priority, you can click through to get through those tasks on any of those matters. Over here at the milestones, so we have a bit of a philosophy of it's everybody's responsibility in the team that's running a matter or working on a matter to keep that matter running on time. So that means that even if you haven't got tasks on your desk at the time that you're responsible to do to progress a matter, you're still going to see whether the matters that you are working on with other people are running on time. So this way, if everybody's got eyes on it, someone's going to see it if something's not running on time, or you've got a deadline coming up and you might not hit it. So to start with, over here on the left-hand side, we have the workspaces tabs. So we've only got one workspace that this user is a member of here, and this is where you can get into your various matters. So here we go into matters. Let's have a look. There's just going to be a few here, and this will handle a large number. There's not really a limit to that. This is really the whole point. It's going to help you keep on top of a large volume practice and even a small volume practice, because you're going to have times where maybe you've got a trial on, you've got a lot on in something else. And this makes sure that you're on top of it all. It's going to light up and tell you if you need to give attention to something. And unlike other systems, we sort these matters in order of how pressing the deadlines are on that case. So if you've got work that needs to be done real soon, it's going to come up the top here. We don't sort it by something useless like alphabetical order or matter number or something like that. So we want to help you to not have to keep this all in your head. This is a system for letting you focus and do good focused work. And you don't want to have to keep in your head, what am I supposed to do again? What do I need to work on today? It's going to show you, so that it's going to help you keep on top of it all. You can see anyone's dream working in a firm when you've got a lot of matters on the go, and especially principals. You get an up to the second summary of where all your matters are up to. You get to see what the cases are. You get a bit of a health bar here to see how far through its current milestones it is, and color coded depending on whether it is running on time. And then you've got your next milestones that are coming up that need to be completed, so you can see where the case is up to and when it needs to get done by. We don't give you something useless like a date. We tell you how many days you've got to go, so you can say to yourself, you're always thinking, well, how much time have I got before the next thing hits? How much time have I got to get this done? So you can prioritize your time. And of course we have status updates, why not? And if you're feeling in the mood for it too, you can use the Windows key semicolon shortcut to add emojis in, because, well, why not? And it's going to show you who was the author of that status update on that matter and how long ago that was put in there. You can also create a bit of a thing of your starred matters for any that you want to have as a bit of a short list. And we've got our search feature up here as well, so you can search through everything in your matters and find things quickly. And this will also catch the tags feature as well, so you can tag your matters to track any data points that you need to track on your cases. A great way for dealing with volume. You might want to tag things like perpetrators and organizations, or even different matter types. And we don't hold you back on that. You can track any tags you want. You just give it a label and a value, and you're off and away. So let's just jump into one here and see what's going on with this matter. There we go, loads up, and you can post status updates in here as you need to. It's going to show you who is responsible for managing the matter. Here is where you can add tags as well. It's going to give you the progress, what's coming up, and then we can just go to our task board. Here we are, and this is going to show us for each of these milestones. You can just hover over it to see what each of these milestones is, or you can click in between, and that gives you a list of all the milestones that are on this matter so far, and you can jump in and click on any of those. You can mark the status of a task by moving it between the different columns here, so everything starts in to do. People can then let you know that things are happening, as opposed to just firing an email away and hoping that someone's actually seen it in their inbox. The person who receives a task can then put it as in progress, just moving it from one to the next. Just like that, you can also see who is responsible for each task. So this means that as new people come into the firm and as other people leave, you don't have to spend a lot of time working out where the case is up to. Everyone can just jump in and just see what's been done and what needs to be done. And you can just jump through the different milestones here to have a look at that in the past. There we go. And you can also get a list of all the tasks that are happening on a matter, filter them by their progress state as well, filter them by which user they are assigned to. You can mark things as priority from here, which will cause it to go to the top of someone's dashboard. You can change the progress status of it as well, and you can also delete tasks and bulk reassign to other people, so you can alleviate bottlenecks very quickly and move work around the team, which is great. A really important feature that we've got is clarity of responsibility around who is and who is not working on a matter and what their responsibility is. So when you create a new matter, the next thing that will come up for you is to manage your team, and this is where you can set who is responsible for what. So it's always going to have a matter owner, the person who's ultimately responsible for the matter, should typically be the principal or partner. Then you're going to have a matter lead, whoever's managing the day-to-day, like a senior associate. You can mark your practice manager in there. You can even go and invite external people such as counsel. Your barristers can be invited as guests to individual matters, and that's a great way so that they would just see the matters that you invite them to, which is what they would want and what you would want as well. And you can even invite consultants in as well. This is a good way that you can even manage the non-client work for your firm. So it means that you can collaborate with your accountant even if you want to make sure you've got the deadlines and everything. You're not going to miss anything. You can set up a matter, put in some milestones, so there is accounting deadlines that you have to deal with, and so you're both on the same page on that. You can task each other, and then you've got your other legal roles down here that you can add people into. And the great thing there is that then when you come to your matter, you have this option here where you can go and say, add a roadmap to the matter, and now you've got this list of built-in, really, I guess what you might call them sort of workflows, but they're a fair bit smarter than that. So it sets out all the tasks and milestones that you need to complete to do a matter. This is all editable by you, of course, once you've loaded it on. You're not stuck with it. It's not rigid. It's built to be adaptable. And each task has links to the precedents and other templates and resources you might need, and also instructions on how to complete it. And the great thing that we have as well, we've got a growing library here. You can see, you just click on any of those, pick a start date and load it to your matter, is that it will automatically allocate all the tasks to the people in your team that you've selected. And if your team is smaller, it will still just go up the chain and find the next most appropriate person. So Hivelight understands hierarchy, and it understands the different types of people you have in your firm and the different levels of seniority. So it's always going to go to the next most appropriate person. And on each task, if we jump in and grab one here, let's say pick that one, you will have instructions on how to complete that work. And of course you can write these up yourself. We have built-in template suite as well that you can click on to get that. We mark who it's assigned to and who it's reviewable by. And when you place a task in the review column, it's going to switch and it's going to task the reviewer to go and review the work. You can also add notes as well. So like commenting, you can pop those in. And so you can keep this all together. No more losing it all in your inbox. And new people that come in can see the comment history on the task as well. So it just keeps everybody on the same page and you're not losing things in your inbox. You keep it all together. You can also mark a task as priority, which will cause it to go to the top of a person's list. And you can switch up the due date as well. Although the due date, something to keep track of, is that the due date on a task can't be later than the target date of its parent milestone. So the milestone that we are under at the moment is whether the records are summarized and chronology is prepared. So here we are under that, and we have target date and due date. So we set a target date as a way of saying it's a bit of an earlier date. We hope to get it done by then. Hivelight's going to start prompting you by as the target date approaches to get the thing done, and that way you've got a bit of time up your sleeve if you set the target date a bit further out from the due date to get things done before that really hard deadline due date hits. And so we have a bit less of this sort of everything's always urgent experience. I mean, the dashboard will make sure that nothing creeps up on you as well, but this gives you a bit of time up your sleeve as well, which is great. So that is that part. And the other thing that you can do is you can take any matter that you have put a bunch of milestones and tasks into and really capture your knowledge very easily. So unlike other tools that use things called workflows, this what we call roadmaps here, because what you really want, right, is a roadmap, how to get to start to the end of the case in each step of the way, kind of like Google Maps for a case. Or, you know, we think we have templates for documents, let's have templates for how to run a case or how to run different stages of a case. What you can do is you can copy any matters, tasks, and milestones as a roadmap. You just give it a name and a description, and might say a practice area, and then hit copy, and then you will be able to apply that as a template to other matters. And Hivelight will remember the roles that are required for different tasks, who should be doing, who tasks should be assigned to, who should be reviewing them, and that will work between different teams as well. And it's also going to remember the intervals between all the milestones and tasks so that you can maintain the same pace that you want each of your matters to move on. So that's a bit of a rundown there of Hivelight. This is going to help you and your team work together way more effectively. You're going to be able to see, everyone's going to be able to see where everything's up to and what needs to be done next. I think even this is going to be a godsend to a lot of people as you come in and, you know, in the new year, you're thinking, okay, right, where is everything up to again? And as you have new people come in, it's very, very quick for them to get up to speed. You're not having to sift through a pile of documents and try to work it out. It's just going to tell you what's been done, what needs to be done next, who's responsible, who did what, and you're off and running. So this is the time, get in contact, and let's make the most of this beginning part of the year before things really kick into gear to get organised and get up to speed, get Hivelight up and running in your law practice. This is for everyone. This is for barristers and solicitors, and we're even starting to see it being used by even non-legal as opposed to illegal. Which is actually one of the suggestions for someone once suggested I should call the startup iLegal, which I don't think would have worked. We don't want that sort of attention. Anyway, we can use this to collaborate with, and even other professionals can use this, such as accountants and web design and all those other sorts of professionals. And heck, we use this to run Hivelight itself. So we use Hivelight to run Hivelight, like some kind of bad pimp my ride joke. But there you are. So get in touch. Love to hear from you. Start joining all the other firms that are getting onto this. And let's make 2023 a great year, amazing year for your firm, as you have a really tangible way to start building the practice of your dreams. Thanks.